The Samyang 75mm 1.8 prime lens for Sony. Interesting. So a few months ago, Samyang announced this 75mm 1.8. I wasn't really sure who it was aimed at, being they have a fantastic 85mm 1.4. They obviously didn't want to produce another 85mm 1.8, being that I didn't see much point in that. It's already better value to get the Samyang 85mm 1.4. So this lens caught my interest. It's obviously a bit cheaper, around about a third of the price cheaper than the 85mm, and being only a 1.8 means it's a lot smaller. So I've been hearing good things, wanted to try it out for myself, let you guys know exactly what I think, try and use it in a professional setting. Now obviously, with everything that's happened this year in 2020, it's been a bit of a nightmare, so I haven't been able to get out and do much photography, but I've got a few things lined up this week, and I thought what better opportunity than to use it. And also, depending on when you're watching this, if you haven't already seen it, we are giving one of these away as a prize in our latest competition. So make sure you check the links below, check out the website, you'll find out more details. And if you haven't already missed it, get yourself in on the draw, because I know it's quite good. So I'll run through the unboxing and let's see exactly what you will get for your money. As with all of these, they come now with their little hard case pouch, which is a really nice touch, I think, by Samyang, because not all lens manufacturers even give you a pouch, let alone something with a semi-hard. It's got like a soft touch to it, but it is hard. It is protecting that lens in there. So good on you, Samyang. I like these little hard shell pouches. So as we open it up, you can see there is the lens. There's actually a bit of weight to it. It's a little bit more substantial than I was expecting. I am expecting a bit more than what you get with Sony and their nifty 50 range, but not that much more, and I can tell you it's yeah, nice quality weight and build to it. So I like straight away the fact that you've got two buttons here for custom mode 1 and mode 2, so you can change how you use the lens. That's another nice touch. You don't really find anything like that on budget lenses. Anything under £300-400 usually gets missed out. As you can see there, 75mm 1.8, 58mm thread, and a minimum focusing distance of 0.69 or 69 centimeters, so just over 2 feet. It's not really something you're going to be doing a lot of macro with, but it will get some nice detailed images, as you'll see shortly. And the same build on all the others now. This is becoming very apparent with Samyang. You've got your little telltale red strip around the end of the lens. Focus ring is nice and smooth, and quality build. Now it's actually quite a big petal hood. I find a lot of petal lens hoods tend to be quite short. That's quite big. I'm sure you can see on the overhead camera there. Yeah, bigger than I thought it would be. There we go, click that on, and there we have it. Now I quite like how thin the barrel actually is on this camera. With a lot of the others, especially the 85mm, the lens barrel, you've just got enough room to get your fingers in. If you're anything like me, I don't have huge hands, but I don't have small hands, and my finger does sometimes catch that. This is a great portrait walk around lens, I must admit. Very impressed. And to be fair, I think this would be suited really well with a crop sensor camera, a bit like what I'm shooting this on now, the A6400. Be really nice for portraits and keep it down to a nice, reasonably lightweight lens, and would help with the smaller grip that you have on the A6000 series cameras. So build quality and form seem really good. Next thing to do is go and test it out properly. Haven't got any weddings to show you just yet, but I've got a few things lined up over the next few days. I'm going to go off and shoot that now, and I'll be straight back in a second. Okay, I've been wanting to do that since I set this up. But anyway, this Samyang 75mm 1.8 is really good. I'm mightily impressed with it, and I was a little bit confused at how I would use it, or how anyone would really use it, be it professional or amateur, if you had the other options you've got, like the 85mm 1.4. But it performs really well. Check out a few of these images that I captured. I took the lens to Ireland on a little family trip and used it with the A6400, which I'm recording this on right now, so I will show you separately what that looks like on the camera body. And I also did a family shoot. It was the hottest day of the year, so everyone looks a little bit sweaty, but we essentially went out, I did a few family shoots back to back and put this through its paces. And yeah, the results are pleasantly surprising.
So for £350 or $400 in the US, you're getting a really good lens. I'm impressed with the chromatic aberration. It keeps that to a minimum. It's really impressive in quite all conditions, really. And yeah, using it on full frame was a delight, but I actually enjoyed using it the most on the A6400. It equates to about 112.5mm if you times it by 1.5 for the crop, and that's a lovely focal length anyway. And this just delights to use. It never missed focus, no more than any other lens. It captured the image beautifully. It nailed the eye autofocus with the Sony camera bodies. It's going to work well. And Samyang have had their time now to figure out exactly how to get the best out of their lenses with the Sony range. But that build quality is really good. It is a little bit plasticky in places, but it is what you'd expect for under $400. £350 doesn't get you that much in the camera lens world anymore, and I'm impressed with this, I really am. As you can see here on my A6400, it becomes a really lovely travel portrait lens. I actually took the Tamron 17-28, which equated to roughly a 25 to 48mm 2.8, and that was my general walking around taking photos kind of lens. And then when I knew I was going to do a few portraits, or I wanted that extra focal length, I popped the 75mm on and got those results. And it's really, really good. The day I shot the family portraits, that was all shot on the A7III, and that was also easy to use. Now, as a professional, I'd always stump for the 85mm 1.4, because for an extra £180, $200, you are getting quite a bit more for your money. But that is a professional grade lens, and if budget is tight, I would opt for something like this. And if I'm a crop sensor shooter, if I'm using the A6000 range of cameras, then I'd probably go for this anyway. Could I use this with the A6000 range of cameras as a professional wedding photographer? Yes. Could I use it as an amateur? Yes. I think this is a very worthwhile lens to look at, especially if it's your first foray into prime lenses. You could do a lot worse than look at Samyang's small and light prime lenses. The 18mm 2.8 is a great lens, and I've only just got rid of it because I had the Tamron 17 to 28 to take its place. The 45mm, I didn't love the 45mm, but I think maybe I didn't quite understand it at the time, and I'm happy to put my hands up and say, look, that is now a lens I could recommend, especially if you want 3 good focal lengths on an A6000 range camera. It would definitely be one I'd look at. I was mightily impressed at exactly what results I got out of this. I think this is better than the 45. There was quite a bit of chromatic aberration going on the 45. Not loads, but in certain situations, and I really didn't find much chromatic aberration at all when using this 75 on the A6400 or the A7 III. Definitely worth considering. I'm impressed. I like how this lens performed. If you want the chance to win this lens, go to the website rotouk.com. Links are in the description down below. Get yourself a ticket, get yourself in with a chance to win it. We do not have many tickets up for grabs, so if you want your chance, go and get it now. If you miss out on that, we have also got the competition for the 85mm, as well, of course, as our big prize, the A6400, which is recording me now. I've kept one for myself because it's so good, but the other one is up, brand new, ready to go. Grab your tickets, don't miss out. If you're new to the channel or you haven't already, don't forget to hit subscribe. We got lots coming up: photography, filmmaking, portraits, cars, everything in that world. If you like it, do let me know. Drop a comment down below if you think you're getting one of these yourself. But yeah, well worth looking at this lens. As always, thanks again for watching. I'm Matt from Roto. Be safe, be kind, and be the best you can be. I've been wanting to do that since